Now I feel
everyone.
now I feel better.
Yeah, it's hard to host alone.
Yeah, and I'm just hearing myself, so something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. I don't know if everyone sees the screen of the client or everything is okay. Just tell me for the next time. Perfect. HPM.
So since I moved abroad, I didn't bring my gaming computer with me, so my
Yeah,
MacBook is struggling with the client.
the same
I'll,
happened with me when
I'll
I
do my
travel.
best.
Yeah, it struggled. It goes off. My laptop goes off. Like if you go to the
Yeah,
client
yeah,
to the new one, it turned off. Oh, so I don't know.
yeah. The fan goes. Brrr.
Yeah, yeah. I use my PC for the client, even though the old client it wasn't like this, wasn't giving this problem. But yeah, the new client with performance, like it's hard on the PC. Um, so yeah, guys, I can give you like now small updates, and then we move to Gino to see if anyone has question about the things. Let's wait just 1 minute. Yeah, I think so. We can start. Corona, how are you, Corona? Okay, guys. For the DAO updates, like for the last 2 months, we have a couple of updates. We had our last two grants passed and vested before the depreciation of the current grant system that we have, which they are Protocol Squad and the extension of SDK migration. I think we have Liam with us here. Oh no, he was before. So yeah, both worth around $260,000. We swap around 800,000 mana for dollars in a daily basis for 1 week to fund them. So we didn't affect the market. We just did it every day, a little bit of mana, so to vest those contracts. And besides that, we invoked one grant, which was the advanced documentation grant worth $19,000. So we took back the money. But the grantee didn't want to continue, I remember. And already 2 million mana got moved from Aragon to the wallet, to the DAO wallet. Um, Beside that, we had the Graph protocol, which we use for collecting wearable and emote data to fake curators, has moved from Ethereum to Arbitrum. Uh, I think to enhance their process, they also moved from free to small fees paid version for their data access. So we needed to update our URL in our code to adapt to these changes and get data needed to pay the curators for the past 2 months, which they were November and October. And yeah, that's for the past things. And regarding Ethereum accumulation for the Q3, we had budget of $390,000 for the whole Q3 to accumulate Ethereum, and we almost completed it, resulting in total of 130 Ethereum. We accumulated in Q3 130 Ethereum, worth less than 1 million mana. for this quarter, and I will release a report about it soon on Discord and document it on Notion page as I always do. And that could benefit the console later for any lesson learned or to see how the progress was. So maybe they will use it in their future strategies. And in summary, for the first 3 quarters, Q1, Q2, Q3, we accumulated a total of 480 Ethereum so far. And currently, those 480 Ethereum worth $1.7 million. And you can check the Discord for more details about the process. And we will do our final quarter accumulation in quarter one, 2025. That will be our final before the new console they can reconsider it or reevaluate the current strategy. If they wish to change it or keep it as it is or reduce it, they can do it. And yeah, for now, I made like proposal for to accumulate to secure some profit during the bull market to get some more stable coin for future grants. You can check and vote and leave any note in the comment if you want. I will drop the proposal here so you can check it. And yeah, that's I think all what we have for the last 2 months. We can now see if any one of you have question for Gino about the restructuring the grants or something, or I don't know, Gino, if you have something to say too.
Yeah. So first of all, I don't know if someone has any questions for Risk regarding like his updates and the role of the DAO committee and the financial strategy. I know that those are pretty sensitive topics. So if anyone wants to just leave a question on the chat or either jump on stage and whatever, give your thoughts, ideas, or questions, feel free.
Uh,
I will leave the uncomfortable silence for like 20 more seconds.
yeah, more people
Okay,
joining,
okay.
the client, so it's good.
Yes.
Uh,
Um, all right. So I'll give an update regarding the restructuring and the governance proposals regarding the DAO restructuring and the council and the grants program and the operational arm and everything. So as you probably saw, on Wednesday or Tuesday, I posted the open call for candidates for the council. um, I think I did a pretty like detailed description of how the process is going to work. But if anyone has any questions or comments, please feel free to ask them either on the chat, on the comments section of the forum post, or on Discord. Um, I had some feedback regarding the open call being like too open, like, well, no one will review the candidates. And the reality is that since this is the first time we're going to do something like this, and the DAO Council will be the entity with let's say, more responsibility or acknowledgement from the community because it will be voted by the community and it will provide strategic guidance regarding the future of the DAO. It didn't felt right to put, I don't know, the DAO committee or whoever was going to be, let's say, below. I don't know if below is the best word, but like the DAO council will only respond to the community via the voting. So it was weird to put someone to review those nominations. So I know it will be a little bit messy, but I think it's better for the sake of the process and for the legitimacy of the process. Then there was some questions regarding like the KYC, the doxing, and everything. Um, so first of all, it was stated on the governance proposal and on the draft proposal and on the poll. Well, not the poll, but the draft and in the governance proposals, the doxing component was stated there. So I mean, if you read the proposal, you should know that. But the reality is that for me, I think it is pretty important that if someone will provide strategy and will help us to steward this ship and make a better use of the DAO Treasury and fund initiatives that will change the protocol and the project for good, to know who that people is, right? Um, so I think it is important to have some kind of KYC mechanism regarding that. So as you probably saw, um, the idea is to each council member to dox themselves to other council members. And for the first time, since they do not have like a legal entity and there's like no legal structure to hold KYC information, the foundation legal team will uh, like retain that KYC until the DAO has a legal entity or structure with the operational arm or with any other type of organization that we want to do. And that's also something important. Um, I heard some people complaining about, oh, the structure of the operational arm or the executive arm or whatever. That proposal is still in draft stage. I felt that it was better for the council to form first and then uh, like polish and shape that proposal to move to the governance stage. So now is the time to provide constructive feedback and to like bring your ideas into the table or whoever or wherever you wanna suggest. I think now is the right time because that proposal didn't went through the whole governance process. It's still in draft, and it can be modified based on your feedback. So I think it's important. Um, I think that's it from my side. If you have any questions or comments, um, please let me know. If not, I will try to join in the HQ.
Simple. Hello, simple.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Alrighty, thank you for letting me up here. Here, one second,
Sure.
let me get out. And I'm in my lunch break, but I
Uh,
did have a question about the. I guess it's more of like guide, more pertaining towards like guidelines on who would be eligible for to sign up for the DAO Council. For example, over the past week, I've had a few messages from individuals asking me if I will sign up or apply for the DAO Council. Although I did not know the answer to that question because I still don't, it did raise another question for me, which was, would it be a conflict of interest in any way, shape, or form for me? Current like personally, I am a co-founder of community building Decentraland. Will there be or are there any guidelines on yeah, conflict of interest and stuff like that? What is allowed and who is not allowed to apply?
Great, thank you. Simple. So no, the only reason I put the word eligible there, and I have a question to answer from Jared on the general channel, is that on the governance proposal I stated that no more than two current foundation employees should be on the board, and that's why I put eligible there. I think anyone is eligible to be to at least nominate themselves. I don't see any conflict of interest with CBD or with any other project that is uh, born or living in the Decentraland ecosystem. So no, I don't think there should be any conflict of interest there. Um, and all the guidelines that I put on the proposal and on the open call are basically guidelines for the community to vote. Again, I mean, there's no one above the council now, uh, so it is. I think it is important for the community to make this first decision. Like, and when I say community, I mean I'm not. I'm not an idiot. I know that like whales will vote and will decide, but when I'm trying to say when I say community, it's like open voting, like the people who will decide who the council is will have to vote publicly, and we know who they are. So I think it is important for that to happen in order to have transparency. But yeah, I would say anyone is eligible to nominate themselves.
Thank you, Gino. And I guess this is just a question, just me thinking years ahead down the line. Whenever the foundation is dissolved due to their vesting contract running out, which should be about, I don't know, maybe 4 years, 3 years from now, and they just started to build the platform all over again. Um, like, will there be any safety nets on like kind of like how many foundation members can apply for the council in those times? Because in those times they won't be foundation members anymore. So like that rule or guideline of only two at a time won't apply anymore. Are there any safety nets to prevent a takeover from the foundation?
It's a good question. I don't have an answer for that yet, and I mean I'm open to get feedback on that. Uh, I don't see the foundation running out of money in 2 or 3 years. Uh, but the reality is that I just only put the guideline for or the requirement for two or less people just to avoid a takeover or whatever. Um, but I always like expect the best from foundations, so I don't think they're gonna do that. Uh, but the reality is, no, I haven't thought about it. I think it's a good thing to take into consideration once the council evolves and once the operational arm or any kind of structure for the DAO is set up. Uh, but I don't have an answer yet.
Yep. So it's good. I mean, good to just bring it up now. We definitely have years to think about this. It's just that, like, with the whole transition into 2.0, the Decentraland Client 2.0, and basically like a lot of the work that was put into the first client with like features and all these different things that are not available in the client anymore. I almost feel like they're starting all over again, and like they're going to be working on the same stuff they've been working the last few years on to implement to the new client. So I just see that as kind of like, in a way, foundation might not be moving forward. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? I don't know anything. So yeah, just wanted to kind of like, I don't know, po- pose a question of like, maybe this is something to think about in the future. Not saying that foundation's evil or anything like that, and they're gonna have a hostile takeover of the DAO. Just kind of saying that it's within the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, agree. I think it's a good topic to bring, especially because it's part of the like. I think this is the real discussion around decentralization, that no entity can like become evil and take over by design, right? So it is important, and that doesn't mean that like either like us or foundation or community members or whoever are evil. Uh, but it is important for the health of the project to have like a safety net for that like not.
So I'm seeing that foundation contract ends in 2030. Damn, my timeline's way off. I thought the vesting contract started like in 2017 or 2018, around there when foundation was formed. But I guess I was wrong. 2030. But
Cool.
yeah, thank you for having me up today. Just wanted to ask those questions.
Yeah. Thank you,
Uh,
Simple.
Happy
Yeah,
to see you too, and thank you for hosting this.
thank you, Simple. Thank you. Yeah, but the contract, the vesting contract, I think I remember it finished 2030, but we will not run out of money, I guess, till then, because so far our strategy was to remove 30% of the 100% that is vested in the monthly. So if 1 million vested, we are using, let's say, 700,000, and we are leaving 300,000 each month. So by the end of the 10 years, we will have, like, so far we have 80 million mana in reserve we didn't use. So if we stay the same rhythm, we will have like double at least or more if we're not using. So we can live more, let's say. But yeah, I believe at some point the DAO should start some revenue to receive some money so we can make a financial uh, economic situation somehow, like money got in and got out. Otherwise, like any other game, they should receive some money and pay people, creators. So yeah, I hope we will reach this point. And without at this moment, without the foundation, I don't think we will reach this point. At least now, we'll see how it will go later. So yeah. Mm, Gino, someone asked on the general chat, Matimos, if we don't have question there, we can you see the question there?
Mm, where? No.
And the general chat, is the idea to have an expert for each of the listed categories, or have individual who meet as many of the five categories themselves?
Again, it's just like a suggestion for people to vote on the side of the best candidate. I think that right now
Yeah,
the DAO needs to invest in, uh, at least from my point of view, thinking about the protocol and about the tools that creators and the community use to create content and develop experiences in the world. Also, we should have someone who has like a who's like business wise in terms of new ways of generating revenue for the DAO. I think that's important. And I think it's also important to have someone who has expertise on setting up like organizations and workflows and structures and those kind of things. Uh, I think that the council should, at least for this first iteration, have people who can help with those things. Uh, but again, it's not a hard requirement. That's why I put should. Like they should have expertise on. Um, but it's for the people to decide who is the best candidate out there based on that, or what I think should be based on that.
yeah, I agree. Any more question, guys? Anyone want to jump on the stage? Canesta, how are you? Mariana, how are you? Zeno, how is everything? We missed you here. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I was saying in the beginning, like I didn't know, like if you wanna say for the last December, because I think in January it will be dissolved totally, right? I remember we have 5 grants ongoing now, like five. 3 of them will be finished in less than a month, or 2 of them. Yeah, like 2 or 3 months, 1 or 2 months. 3 of them will be finished. 2 of them, the protocol squad will continue for the next few months, for the next 6 months. Otherwise, we don't have any other grants. Hello, can you come join? Yeah, I'm thinking to throw a party there, Christmas party or something, but just let me know. I contact the Stony Eye, so maybe we can do some music, maybe wearable airdrop. I can do it. It's morning here where I live. Khalid, I can bring it. It's very morning. When I was younger, I could
Yeah.
do it. Now, no.
We are old.
Yeah,
Well, but maybe maybe not a Christmas party. We could do like a Christmas dinner or Christmas like
the
after
pro-
office.
the problem we can't give them food. We can't give them food in the Christmas dinner. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. But don't tell that to Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
I yeah for lots of attendance, we need something cheap for everyone. Yeah, we can get a party.
Okay, folks. Does anyone has any questions or topics to raise? Feedback?
So they still have until the end of the month to apply, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks.
Until 3 weeks, like yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Encourage people to join at least the nominations.
yeah.
I didn't make like a template on purpose, so anyone can do whatever they
Can do
want.
whatever they want to.
Uh, yeah, if you wanna, I don't know.
So
Either, I don't
they
know if
sh-
you wanna record a video or something, you can do that if you want. I don't know, wherever you feel it's better to
should
express yourself and to showcase what you could do.
should people say should people mention their background, let's say, or what they work in real life,
Yeah, yeah.
or just experience in Decentraland?
No, I mean,
Now I am interviewing you.
no, I think it
Uh,
should be more broad. I mean, you have
yeah,
to of course show your involvement with the central and the project, but
yeah,
we're expecting, at least I'm expecting from council members more of that, like
yes,
more than just involvement with the central.
yeah,
Uh, I had some pretty interesting conversations in the last few days with community members
yes.
and people who were part of the project since the beginning. And it's amazing the amount of things that we collectively know and can think about um, human interaction over graphical spaces, artificial intelligence, communities,
Mm.
community building. Like there are a lot of things that we could be doing as a community, and with the support of the project and the support of the treasury that we should be doing. Uh, so I would expect way more than just knowing about this internet. Well, there's a
Yeah,
question regarding the time requirements, and I got a question also about $1,000 being too little for the amount of responsibility. I have answers for both of those questions. So first of all, uh, I took the inspiration of a board of advisors or a council for a company, and the reality is that when you are part of a board of advisors, you don't get a salary out of it. You get, first of all, the ability to influence a big organization. Then, in most cases, the reality is that the advisors or the council members are people. with a lot of stake in the project, either because they have a project that relies on that company, or because they have a lot of stocks, or because in this case, because you have a lot of land, I don't know, wherever. Uh,
Yeah,
so they don't usually get salaries. Some boards and some council structures give like vesting contracts for members. So that's something that could be discussed. The only reason I thought it would be good to have some kind of incentive at first is because I know that going through the process of nomination and on the first iteration, it will require a bit more of time that than when everything is stable. Um, so that's the only reason I put an incentive there. I thought it would be a good idea. And regarding time requirements, I would say that at first, until the strategy is defined and the structure is laid out, it will be a couple of hours per week. Uh, and then it should be a couple of hours per month. And when I say a couple of hours, I'm talking about like 4 to 6 hours, right? Uh, per week during the first few months, and then 4 to 6 hours per month. Uh, so it should be compatible uh, with
yes.
whatever full-time job you have, or something like that. So that's the idea.
Yeah, nice. Mariana asking, would someone on the DAO council have to be independent from the future operation arm?
Well, that's a good question. I think it is not stated, but my point of view is that the council should be completely independent from wherever, because the council will make accountable the DAO structure for the budgets, for the plans, and for everything. So I would expect the council to be, if not 100% independent, at least 51% independent from any operational structure that is set up. That's my point of view.
So, let's see if we have more question there. Yeah, I was seeing Sandbox console. Yeah, as you mentioned, Gino, it's more like they are advisor, they are CEO of something. They have startup companies, they have big companies or big application they do. So yeah, probably those people have skin in the game, and probably they don't get the salary because yeah, I don't know how the grant system work there. Like you apply, I think, application and they choose from it. So yeah, as you mentioned, I think somehow makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, my dream would be to have, uh, I don't know, to have the founder of Second Life to be part of the council. I would love to have, I don't know, someone who created or works at a big NFT project. I would love to have, I don't know if you know Simon de la Rouvière, but he's like an author and it's an investor, wherever. But he thought a lot about metaverses and virtual environments. I mean, I would love to have that kind of people at some point in the council, but we need to start small right now. And that means that we need to fund the structure, we need to fill it with people who is available right now, and then we can evolve it and make it more professional. But at the beginning, but in the end, like in the final vision, I would love to have people who are thinking about how humans will behave and interact with each other in graphical environments, uh, in open protocols, and community projects and things like that. That would be ideal.
Yeah, yeah. Could the council take the responsibility to contact those people later, expand more, invite them for space here or in Decentraland, um, those investors or the CEO of the other metaverses. So yeah, from there we can expand or something like this. Um, yeah, I checked that.
All right. Any other like questions or comments? It's amazing to see everyone in our like we are there. It's great. So, what are the expected duties? So, at the beginning, help with defining a strategic document for where the DAO should be and in which kind of things it should be investing time and effort. Then, provide advice about how the structure of the DAO should be. It should be, they will have to update the community with quarterly updates and public decision making on the decisions they make because the community will retain the power to veto critical decisions that they do. Um, and then, if any kind of like execution or operational structure is spin off, they will make the that structure accountable for what the structure says that it's going to. So if you say, okay, we're going to spend a couple $1,000 on building a VR experience in the next 6 months, okay, they will be the ones who will say, okay, you did this or you didn't do this, why? Or you're doing it, but it's not the right approach, or you're doing great, amazing, keep going. So it's those are the main duties. How much VP would it need to veto? So it's basically like a governance proposal, so 6 million VP.
The console will be able to change the monthly used budget from 70% to 60 or to 80 or to 50 or to all, or how to or they will have the authority to do this, or we will keep continue using, let's say, 70% for brands expenses and 30% as reserve for future. They will be able to do this, or they will have no authority at
So
all.
well, that's another duty that I forgot to mention regarding Chrono's question. So they should also be either providing advice or helping the DAO to find partners who could manage the treasury, right? So I think that's critical, especially in the moment that we are on the market. I mean, it is great that you guys, the DAO committee and Risk, especially, created the proposal for swapping man and everything, but it takes like 4 5 weeks. That's not an acceptable time frame for a market condition, especially in the crypto
Yeah,
space. So they should be the ones who advise or approve certain like operations that we could be
operation.
doing in order to extend the runway of the DAO. For sure, they are not allowed to change anything related to the governance process. That has to go through. the formal governance process that we have right now. Regarding the percentages of the money being spent, the I don't know, that's not defined yet. The grants program is over, so that concept does not apply. I would expect something more like an annual budget that it will have to be approved by the council. But but that's how I see it. I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, because in the high liquidity like we are now, I think from my perspective, as we swap mana in the DAO, now it's fine 70, 60, 80. Now it's fine to swap. But when it's bear market, it's really hard, especially if the grant is high. So you need to swap like $1 million. That will cost you like 5 million mana in the low season of the crypto. Now, like $1 million will cost you like 1.5 million mana, which is compared to the bear market is nothing. So yeah, I think depend on the market sentiment, and that should be done annually. Each year should have a budget separated that can swap monthly specific amount of mana. So yeah, um,
Okay.
yeah, I think
Any other topics?
any other question,
Okay,
topics,
then we can
guys?
go and explore the HQ because it's
Yeah,
really amazing.
okay. See you next January, guys. We'll try to throw a party this month or something. So stay tuned. Thanks everyone who joined Discord and joined the HQ.
Thanks, Risk, for
Thank
finally hosting an in-world DAO town hall. It's
it's
been
the
like
time.
4 years or 3 years, and
Yeah,
it just happened. So you did it, and
yeah.
well, the DAO HQ, and you set it up.
Damage.
So thank you so much,
No worries,
and
no
thanks
worries.
to the DAppCraft team because the build is amazing.
Yeah, really great. See you guys.
All right, take care. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Oh yeah, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture
Ah,
on the
yeah,
HQ.
I'm there.
Okay. Uh, Everyone, put your best face.
Anyone took good one? They can post it and tag us on Twitter. Ooh, great shader. Very good work, Lean. Thank you.